Every year the showcase concert is a kind of culmination of what we've been doing over the last year at the school in music. It is always something that we're working towards, not just to put a display of musical excellence on, but also to deliver an underlying message to our school community.
It takes a lot of practice from each one of the musicians, heavily reliant on the conductor, who puts a lot of time and effort into thinking about how they want to get the music across to the audience. And yeah, for us as musicians, we just have to follow them and their instructions and make sure that we are always ready for rehearsals.
Performing arts is a central part of our culture, and I feel that we have an important role to play in guiding the culture of the school, but also in supporting the overall direction and underlying ethos of where our school leadership's going.
It takes time and a lot of effort, but it's definitely worth it.
I think what's quite special about this concert is the fact that we're tying in a whole lot of new elements, such as a marketing film we've been working on, and performing live to that footage is quite exciting. When you're working with a composer so closely as we have with Finn, you have this bespoke musical composition that suits your school's culture, suits the message that you're trying to use broadly. Jade's pretty talented, so don't hold back. And then when we get that version, I'll show it to Jade and she can let me know if there is anything out of her reach. But from a practical point of view, when you commission a piece, you've got the opportunity to use it however you like. It allows you to tap into the talents of your students really directly. So we've been able to feature Jade Park on trumpet, who graduated at the end of last year, who's coming back for the showcase concert.
Formulating the actual solo, I got to work with Finn Clark, and the video process was very professional. It took a bit of time, but yeah, I think it was a success.
We've been able to feature some of our other really talented students and really tailor-make a performance for our school community.
Well, I'm running out of dialogue now, so I'm not quite sure what to say next.
The tutorial and the main rehearsal structure we have with Symphony Orchestra is a pretty ideal arrangement where they work with this specialist in their instrument area, the music tutor, and they come all together into the main rehearsal after that and work on the same music that they've just been polishing and refining with that expert input. And then in the main rehearsal, the tutors have the opportunity to see how what they did in the tutorial is coming to life as the whole orchestra, and they can refine their feedback, and it works really well, the whole system.
We look a little bit puzzled. What's wrong? Well, can you bring me a score just for a second?
We're fortunate that our staff team work as a very tight-knit, almost like family. We all have different areas of expertise and we all value each other's areas of expertise.
You and Jade are going to be here.
I am a conductor, but I'm not proficient in all the instruments. I have my tutors that will actually go and say, why don't you go and try playing it, with a more of this bow or this or that, or, whatever else it is. So they're actually absolutely essential to this entire process. It really means a lot when you have somebody who knows in detail your instrument and can tell you exactly how to fix it. They have that opportunity to actually bring them together when it comes to, quality of what they're producing.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
We believe feedback is essential to progress, and what our teachers are doing is referencing their own expertise, analysing what's in front of them, giving very specific direct feedback to the students, and they're well trained in receiving their feedback now, and how they improve is pretty remarkable.
Brendan, smidget faster.
We have two brothers. We have Ryan Sim and Brendan Sim. Ryan was the one that actually recorded this piece, but Brendan is performing it now. He's a great performer, but he will never kind of put his foot forward and say, I'll do it, or anything like that. To actually bring that music to life is just, to me, as his teacher, it's beautiful to see.
I feel very blessed to be able to share the parts, and I'm very grateful. Some challenges was just getting it all together in the orchestra, because There's some parts where it's really hard to get together the timing.
We will be practicing with a video later on to make sure that we are in time, and you will see that's my biggest worry about this piece. Everything else, we're fine.
They have been working really hard and we have been throwing a lot of music at them. Showcase is a lovely moment where we highlight a few things, but it's all about the educational purposes of it. So we have quite a few pieces that we are working on that are helping them play those two pieces perfectly on Showcase.
Mic drop! Yeah! I mean, if this happens tomorrow, I mean, seriously.
You really want to make sure that students are engaged in the process. It's not just about the, perfect performance at the end, but it's what they're actually gaining on a process of getting to that point.
Teachers give me a lot of support along the way. So if I need help, I can always ask them and they'll always give me a hand. So, working with the teachers, I'm following them more. When I started, I used to just go at my own tempo. I was dragging, rushing, but now I can keep time and it's all good now.
It's good to see it from both ends, I think, as a student and then as an alumni, and seeing that I know that there is a lot of effort that is put into it, but now it's not, I just take it for granted, but I really do appreciate that each student already has learned the music and I'm just there as a solo.
Awesome, let's try it with the video.
Being nervous and being excited is the same thing. It's just your mindset. So if you think that you are nervous about it, you could get nervous about it. But if you think, no, I'm just excited, it's the same feeling, really. It just makes it much more enjoyable and it's better for you, better for the audience, yeah.
I'm really excited for the upcoming showcase. I can't wait to play in a bunch of bands such as orchestra, symphonia, and even sing.
The concert format is such that we are piecing together a combination of what we do on a regular weekly basis with some special highlights. So in this particular concert, in addition to the work we've been doing with our symphony orchestra in terms of the recording process that we've been in, we're also doing encores from our school musical and other highlights like that.
I want them to look at the orchestra and be like, oh, this is the best thing I've ever heard in my life.
It doesn't matter what kind of bands, it may be symphony orchestra, senior choir, middle school choir, but any of those, I really wish that they could enjoy the performance as much as they can.
In the opening song, before everyone comes in, I'm going to be playing the pre-show, the entrance music. I have a drum solo in that, so I hope it goes pretty good. Everyone likes it.
We're drawing together so many wonderful elements of what we've done over the last 12 months.
It's that real life experience. How many people can you go and say, have you performed in town hall? Have you performed as an orchestra? Have you performed as a soloist with an orchestra? It's absolutely incredible. you can see them when I'm conducting, like 2 bars before their moment comes, they're kind of like just looking at you, kind of like, it's coming, it's coming, it's coming, and then they go and shine. Again, it's just kind of going and seeing that ownership of what they're doing.
Our students are so flexible and adaptable to challenge. Because we do so much in our department and we put them through so many real life experiences, if they do have challenges, they're used to working through them. Particularly the soloists, they just took it on and just did it. They're pretty amazing kids.
It's slightly embarrassing, but the few times in showcase, I would actually tear up. So kids are always kind of, can we make her cry? Because it comes to the point that you see them in their all glory. And when I say them, I'm talking about your students. They're working so hard, and there is this beautiful piece of music that really should stand for what we do here at Sax. And they go and actually put their soul into it. It's mind-blowing.
They realize that it's not just something you do for school and stop after you're graduated, but it's actually something that you can continue and pursue if you want as a career in the future.
So really proud of the whole team. They are a product of their long-term effort, the expertise of their teachers and of their music tutors. So it's a whole team that pulls off things like this, and it makes me really proud.